Before I start my speech, I'd want to share a story with you. A stunning bowl of soup was placed in the center, surrounded by a large hole. And there were 7 people, each holding a long spoon. And everyone attempted to acquire a spoonful, but it was difficult because it was too far. And they couldn't until one of them attempted to offer another a spoonful. It worked. As a result, the others attempted to do the same thing, again and again, until everyone was pleased because they all could finally taste the soup. Now, consider the people to be us, the spoon to represent our differences, and the soup to represent our peace. It is difficult enough to bring together 2 brains, let alone more than 270 millions of brains. Unless we take action right now, this might tremble our peace in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, you see, the issue in our society nowadays is that there are so many egoistic people. People who want to have their ideas or their philosophy to be the only one. And, well, to be honest, practically everything in our world promises to be the best, such as products and even politicians. Consider how many goods advertise themselves as the best in the world, #1 in Indonesia. And not to mention how many political parties have stated that they would best represent the people. Thus, determining which one is correct is quite difficult. And these egoistic people take their ideas to the next level by spreading hate speech to those who believe differently, to an extent of even hurting them. And let me tell you some of the examples that have occurred in Indonesia regarding to these conflicts. Sampit conflict in 2001 took 469 lives due to cultural differences. In 2019, presidential election prompted so many people to argue which the next president is the better choice. Also, conflict in 1998 to 2007 happened due to religious issues, and so much more. If these types of events continue, I'm worried that Indonesia will cease to exist as a nation in the future. And you see, this issue, these adversities need to be fixed before it was too late. And to be honest, we can't unify every differences. That's just the reality. What we can unite is our mindset by being tolerant and open-minded. Now, we all wanted Indonesia to become a developed nation. Am I correct? Yes. What most people don't realize is that our differences may really be our strengths. Having these distinguishing characteristics is difficult, since disagreement is really prone to happen. But tolerance for people of different religions and different ideas is one of the many strategies for competing on a global scale to show which nation is the best. With tolerance, I believe that Indonesia may be the best country to maintain peace in diversity. And that is the fact. And also, it is simple to be an open-minded person. There are 2 ways that we can do. First, this is the easiest one: no fight in the next presidential election. Let me tell you, Indonesia has to be the only country that its people will fight for their idol, to an extent of hating their own family members. We shouldn't fight. We shouldn't fight about our choice of the next presidency, let alone creating havoc in the area. Let people have different ideas as well. We may obviously debate the pros and cons, the positive and the negative of who should be the next president. But if someone disagree with us, let them be. We need to listen to what they have to say because it is nonetheless a democracy. Second, visit museums and cultural activities. With so many various cultures, we need to know where they came from. I would say give it a try. Go to museums. Cultural activities are quite unique in Indonesia. And I'm going to tell you, people would sell various traditional dishes, perform distinctive traditional dances at multiple events, and many other activities. People may also observe diverse weaponry and attire that ethnics have in the museums. In return, we might get the chance to appreciate every single culture in Indonesia, which will unite us better. Third, people should be allowed to follow their faith. We must respect the way that other religions worship their own God by allowing them to do so and not interfering with them. Indonesia recognizes its citizens' freedom to freely conduct religion and religious rites as their faith requires. This is stated in the 1945 Indonesian Constitution. So, in conclusion, people, several events occurred in Indonesia as a result of differences, whether it is philosophies, religion, or even cultures. If we want to be a developed nation, we must first learn to be open-minded and accept differences. We must act today, rather than saying we will do it for tomorrow or the next week or even the next month. We may be the country that can live peacefully in diversity, no matter how different we are, by allowing people to express their opinions, visit museums or cultural events, and let people to practice their own faith. Remember that we cannot prosper in this world unless we support one another and coexist peacefully despite our differences. My name is Habibie Fauzan. Thank you so much for your attention. Stay healthy and stay safe, everyone.